multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about Sun in Cancer. That's dealing with the I care energies you utilize and initiating and creating. That's basically your actions. The way the sun is basically shining on you. So you're going to feel the need to basically have home security and utilize that when you initiate and create that for people, places, and things, especially during these times. Moon just moved into Taurus, so that's dealing with stability, that's dealing with structure, that's dealing with values, materialistic natures. That's also dealing with romantic natures, and of course your values. Also, Mercury's in Cancer, so that's dealing with logic versus insight. So of course, people may say one thing, and the feelings and emotions may not resonate with it. So basically, utilize the care energy the way you talk to people. This way, they won't basically throw off or act opposing towards you. Feel me? That's how it play out when the overall energies plays into play. Venus and Gemini, that's dealing with love, beauty, and curiousness. So that's basically everybody gonna feel the need to write love letters and basically have they foot in every have they toe in every box. Basically, just being out there and being open. Mars is in Aries, so that's dealing with motivation. That's dealing with fire. That's dealing with insight. Your new way, your fiery information. That's basically dealing with Mars. That's dealing with aggression and motivation. So everybody got to act out on those natures. Also, we got Jupiter and Capricorn. So that's dealing with abundance. That's dealing with stability. So make sure you utilizing your growth and your expansion so you can come straight to heads when you're dealing with structures that'll basically award you your gift. Also, we got Saturn and Capricorn, so that's dealing with ability. That's dealing with ability, logicness, and that's also coming together where you gotta worry about obstacles that you need to take care of and shit. So be strong, be passionate, and of course travel through that shit with clarity and utilize your fire and your structure. Feel me? And you got to be the starter. So make sure you staying afloat. Make sure you expanding and growing and not basically falling short to any negative feelings or emotions that's gonna stop you through these natures. Also, we got Uranus and Taurus, so that's dealing with rioting, that's dealing with growth, that's dealing with of course you're gonna be witnessing a whole lot of that because of what's going on in society. Don't get caught in the web though. Know yourself first before you put your ass in a circumstance situation to be helping others. Neptune is in Pisces, so that's dealing with imagination, dreams, and make sure you're utilizing these three so you can have faith. And of course, when you do that, you will basically be moving up, and you won't be paying attention to shit that's always fixated down here. You'll basically be rising above. Also, Pluto is in Capricorn, so that's basically dealing with change cycles, rules, leadership, and new laws and shit. But make sure you're governing. Yeah, make sure you're using your Pluto to kill and destroy any motherfucking law that they trying to push out on you. Feel me? You came here in this world free, you're gonna leave free. Don't come in here with no fucking chain on your neck. Feel me? Or Pluto gonna do whatever it wanna do, especially if you ain't taking your power back. Chiron is an Aries, so that's dealing with trauma and that's dealing with tension, teaching, and of course spirituality is needed. People need to basically be the voice to a lot of people because a lot of people gonna lose themselves during the time, especially those kids and children. North Node is in Gemini, so basically that's dealing with your learning experiences, whether you use your lungs, your arms, the way you communicate. Feel me? Make sure you utilizing that for what you need to be focusing on. That's gonna basically bring growth and abundance. But basically, have compassion when you do this. Also, we got Ascendant and Aquarius, so that's basically dealing with detachedness and rebellious nature. So of course you're gonna be feeling the need to rebel against anything that's opposing you and get the job done. Also, Midhaven is in Sagittarius, so that's dealing with the hips, that's dealing with optimistic natures and shit. That's the way you travel. And of course, the moon is in Taurus, so we're gonna feel the need to basically fixate, come home, do some arrangements, and clean out our closet and get ready for this new phase because the Mercury retrograde just left the building. So of course everything is basically calm with our mind and shit. But don't think for 1 second that these spirits ain't out here still trying to hover your mind. And of course, we got basically Sun is opposing Jupiter, so that's dealing with energy, expansion. That's dealing with abundance right there. So basically, if it's opposing, then And that means you need to feel the need not to always be home, because Jupiter want to get around. Jupiter don't always want to be home. So of course that's going to be opposing energy. But of course there's always a gratification needed and granted if your ass get out the house and get out there and get what's needed. Sun trine Neptune, so that's imagination, spirituality, emotions. So you're gonna feel the need to basically take care of your imagination and use it for what you want to manifest on life, or else you're gonna be naive and God and universe ain't gonna be able to use your shit, and your imagination gonna be compromised. Just like how a lot of people brains is compromised about certain shit. The moon is also sextile Mercury, so that's emotional logic and partnership basically coming together to basically have stability. That's not common, but we're gonna see. Venus sextile Mars, that's dealing with desires, drive, wishes, and of course sex. So of course Venus and Mars is fucking the shit out of each other because they don't really get along, but this is a good time to basically fuck the shit out of your girl. For me. Also we got Venus sextile Chiron, so that's basically retrograde is over. So you can come up with deep healings and shit that are basically utilize you with a good belly. Feel me? The food is the key to somebody's stomach. So of course a good meal that'll basically heal you up and get taken care of on the highest spectrum, especially if you're going through problems during these times. Also Mars conjunct Chiron, so that's deep healing and fire and passion, emotions and goals. Basically utilize any traumas. Jupiter sextile Neptune, that's creative sensitivity and love and peace right there. So you're gonna be feeling the need to basically express that and push that out. Jupiter conjunct Pluto, that's dealing with expansion, transformation, and the spread of all higher purposes, and leaving the past alone, not letting the past fuck with your new flows and new waters. Feel me? You don't want to be bringing in dirty water. You want to be bringing in clean water when you pushing out and going straight forward. Also, we got Moon square Saturn, so that's dealing with emotional shutdown and communication. So basically, you're gonna feel the need to basically find ways to basically break free of any partnerships or any person, place, or thing that's having any emotional ties right now. So if you're a Capricorn, you're going to be going through a lot of this. If you're a Taurus, you might be going through a lot of this as well. You might be going through some issues and shit. So it's going to be tough times for you guys. So basically be strong and turn that guilt into manifestation and positive thinking and positive feelings and emotions. Also, we got moon conjunct Uranus, so that's emotional stability and awakeness. So you're gonna feel the need to have a little smooth mood swings, balancing this out. But of course, we all want freedom, but we all feel me. But that Uranus is always on the move, and of course, the moon is stabilization right now when we're dealing with Taurus. So of course, you're gonna feel the need to be stable when you pushing out and when you expressing yourself as far as these reactions, because that's the moon. That's your insight. That's your waters. That's your feelings and emotions. Also, we got Mercury square Mars, so that's basically complications with physical actions versus physical talk versus action. So actions is more loud of the words. So be careful with what you say and shit, because people really counting on you to use your action and not just basically be talking out your ass. So basically, mean what you say and act out on those natures, or you might have opposing energy too. Also, we got Mercury. Damn, where the fuck am I at? We got Mercury squared Chiron, so that's good thoughts versus past traumas and shit. So you got the weight off your shoulders when we talking Mercury retrograde. So don't be thinking about what happened in the past, playing good fruits, or you're gonna basically be remixing what happened in the past from yesterday into today's waters, and you don't want to do that shit, or it's gonna fuck you up and harm you. Also, we got Neptune sextile Pluto, so that's eliminating any past experiences as far as what you was believing in, and utilizing your Pluto to basically put death and transformation to that shit and keep rising above and finding new ways to basically spiritually rise yourself. Because we in an age of Aquarius. The age of Pisces is done. Feel me? That shit is over. So whatever you believing in, whatever the government created, initiated, and pushed out for you to believe, that shit is over. They basically resurfing the whole shit now. So make sure you find yourself. This way you won't get lost for another 2,000 years of basically you trying to find yourself in a separate way. So yeah, be very careful though. Be very careful what you're channeling. Shit is real out here. They don't give a fuck about you. They never had, they never will. They were just using your imagination, your creativity, and your belief. You can do the same shit, but don't be naive. Also, we got Sun opposing Saturn, so that's dealing with feelings of obstacles and fears. So basically, kill all that shit, kill all those fears and obstacles and shit, and learn how to have self-care for yourself and learn how to be ambitious and be practical, and make sure you're being consistent, because consistency is key. And if you're not using consistency to utilize the keys, then guess what? Doors won't open for you. You're going to be opening the same doors that you already opened, and you're going to basically be opening your closet and finding all those skeletons that's ready to suck you dry, and that's bringing the guilt and karma into your next life. You don't want that. Clear that shit out. Also, we got Jupiter conjunct Saturn, so that's basically dealing with expansion and growth. And of course, when it's conjunct Saturn, you got the ability to basically self-govern yourself, have freedom, and you got the ability to basically get serious and get practical. So which one will you choose? You gotta have balance when you have conjunctions. Also, we got Saturn conjunct Pluto, so that's revolution, that's shadow work, and that's dealing with new ways and new outlooks for society to basically get through all traumas and all negativity that took place in the past previously. So when you do this shit, things that basically play out into your natures. Now, when we talking houses from 1 to 12, 1 through 12, that's dealing with well, we dealing with second house energy. So that's dealing with stability, practicality. That's dealing with the way you eat, your obsessions, and of course, don't get attacked. But know thyself, and if anything you put in your, because you know, Taurus is dealing with the teeth, the bones, the throat. So be careful in times like this. For me, you don't want to be fucking around and just overindulging and shit to the point you might just fuck around and get obesity. For me, you might have 3 ice creams out of the blue. You be like, why the fuck I'm eating all this ice cream? I'm being attacked. But utilize that shit for what you want to utilize it for, and don't get lost into the flesh. Now, when we dealing with second house and the first house, this is creations, and of course balance, and basically feeling the need to basically express and initiate and create new structures in life. Be careful with overindulging and eating spicy foods, because this is the rising, so you don't want to get caught up in those concepts and fuck around and fuck with your health. And of course, if this is your moon sign, you're gonna be feeling the need to basically express yourself, and you're gonna basically be experiences from other people. Second house is dealing with relating values, relationships, and learning values versus basically staying focused. Now, don't listen to anybody that's trying to fuck with you or give you convictions or basically trying to give you advice. For me, you need to basically stay stable and learn how to fixate your ways and the ways you would do it, and not somebody else's way. And if your moon sign is this, you're gonna basically be hearing this from other people. You're gonna be basically seeing this from other people, because that's a reflection. That's the mirror. Third house is dealing with writing. That's dealing with routines and stability and structures. And of course, be very careful, because you don't want to get into the concept of basically just saying you're gonna do something, but you're not showing your actions. So make sure you're being compassionate about this and pushing this out and being consistent. Fourth house is dealing with businesses, plans, privateness, and dealing with spending and shit. So of course you're gonna feel the need to want to cook, feel free, and do what you want to do, and stay obligated and get lit with family. And of course you might overindulge into a lot of eating and shit. So if this is yes, this is basically, and basically the sun is, you're gonna basically feel the need to basically respond and react to that when this is in your moon. Also, fourth house, that's dealing with business plans. Fifth house is dealing with center of attention and money obstacles and shit. You're gonna feel the need to basically pose or be the center of attention and try to basically do something to basically initiate and create, receive money. Be careful, be wary, and be very smooth on how you do this, and not try to be a greedy person. Be very, very conscious, and be very stable. Sixth house is dealing with satisfaction, but Venus falls here because you know they want to be stable and want to show love. So basically, don't doubt yourself. Be very practical and meditate. Seventh house is dealing with jealous needs, enviness, self-worth, but have balance when you're dealing with this, because this is called conflict and guilt. Eighth house is dealing with money, needs, love, freedom, but work for what you have, because your ancestors may not always give it to you. Ninth house is dealing with spending, eating, and overindulging. Be very careful and try not to get too caught up into your concepts of eating and overindulging. Be very wary. 10th house is dealing with guilt and sight and expression. So basically, turn that shit into higher consciousness, and don't try to make sure y'all get rest too. Capricorns, make sure you get rest and be consistent, and things will clear up for you. 11th house is dealing with learning, stability, and of course, be very careful and be very active and exercise. And don't overindulge in eating. It might fuck with you. 12th house is dealing with losing things, goals versus materialistic possessions and shit. But just follow your call and go. God and the universe will work with you. But be very practical and be very consistent and be very stable, or your ass, you might just lose it. You might just lose yourself.